faces I have seen all point me one way. All the decisions in my life, people telling me what's right, but I'll make my own way. I wish that they could see half as clearly as I do, but they never see it all. 'Cause every step that I take, I wipe my footprints away. I make my choice and I pave my way, and it makes me who I am. After all they say, my reflection still remains. You can push me around or put me in my place, but I'll never stay there. Understanding my life, why I am, may take some time. 'Cause every step that I take, I wipe my footprints away. I made my choice and I paved my way, and it makes me who I am. After all they say, my reflection still remains. You made your choice, you played your game. Now you're on your own again. After all you say, my reflection still remains. They let you in from your disguise. Once you're in, you never give in until you see the light drawn from their I made my choice and I paved my way, and it makes me who I am. After all they say, my reflection still remains. You made your choice, you played your game. Now you're on your own again. After all you say, my reflection still remains.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live stream Tuesday. I hope you guys had a good weekend and that your Monday was as good as it could have been yesterday. So we had a lot of drama kicking off at the weekend. And first of all, the stream that I recorded a little bit earlier on Saturday, when I went to release that, I uploaded it to YouTube and then set it as a normal video rather than the premiere video thing that I intended to do. So that was a bit of a mistake on my part, but it just so happened that you guys had to put your comments in the comments section. But thank you guys for watching that and for commenting underneath, because I saw all of those and had a read through them. And it just so happens as well that the only time, or the only video that I released when I wasn't there and had to record it earlier, is the one that we had a not a spam bot, but a scam bot, maybe, who was imitating me and the channel and had a picture of me, exactly the same one of my channel, and was asking people to chat on Telegram or something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I then recorded a video on Sunday, early in the day, and it was just because I saw that this scam posting thing was happening, I just grabbed my phone and made a video immediately to let you guys know. And then a couple of people said, how do we know that this video is real or fake? Because obviously I wasn't here, because I just picked up my phone where I was, which is in a car park, to let you guys know about the scam, because I thought that was more important than me setting up all the lighting and doing all that, and, you know, washing my hair and drying it and, you know, getting ready as I normally do for videos and the live streams. So yeah, my hair was kind of all squashed and probably not as shiny because of the lighting, because I was in natural lighting. Actually, it was a bit too bright, so I was having to squint a bit. But yeah, to those people that weren't sure whether it was a real video or not, any video that is released on my channel is a real video. It is me doing it. People can't get into my channel and start recording versions of my own videos pretending to be me, because I've got the two-factor authentication thing, so that's all fine. And for future reference, somebody mentioned in the comment section that if you're unsure as to whether it's me commenting or replying, my channel has a tick next to the Wings of Pegasus. So it's an official channel and it's registered with YouTube as official, and that's the way that you know it is me. So if you have that, and make sure that it's not some dodgy tick that somebody's tried to put on or write on or put in the profile picture. I think it's after the profile name. You'll be able to see if it's got a tick next to it, then it will be me. But anyway, let's get everything organized in tonight's live stream. We started out with Art Not Commerce with a very long walk tonight, and we're going to be getting the live chat room up on screen to begin with. So hello everybody in there. And Kevin said Kevin said that was me trying to be funny, I think, about the video, but there was somebody who seriously thought it was a fake video. So I had to explain it to them. So hello everybody in there. We've got Sam, Suzanne, Celeste, Robert, Susan and Dennis moderating, Kim, Tammy, Corey, Bob, Anna, Totoro, Porco, Bev, Linda, Sam again, Robert, Bill, Bonnie, Sue, DCMC, hello. And thank you guys for spending your Tuesday night with me. We have... just let me make sure this is working. I don't know why the patrons thing doesn't go sometimes in the right order or doesn't start up. And then it's gone in the wrong order again, so third time lucky. And as long as it starts with sponsored by the Wings of Pegasus patrons, then we will be fine. It will do all the names in the right order. So there it goes. We have my patrons up on screen eventually, because they make this all happen in the first place. So thank you guys for all of your support. I always say that they are the foundation of the channel, and if you guys want to get involved on a deeper level, patreon.com/Wings of Pegasus. You can head over there where I do an update every night. All the analysis videos go on there, and the live streams as well. There's a guitar course that I did, which are 4 lessons for people wanting to start to play the guitar, and yeah, music videos, original music and the cover videos, all that kind of stuff over on patreon.com/Wings of Pegasus. But let me get that off the screen, because another thing that happened at the weekend was we hit another kind of milestone in the subscriber count, because we are now up to 275,000 subscribers, which is amazing. So thank you guys for subscribing and hitting that notification bell and hitting the thumbs up, liking the videos, all of that cool stuff. It is massively appreciated, and I always say just watching the videos is great, but if you can leave a thumbs up and if you can leave a comment as well, let me know what you think. That would be great as well. But mentioning about thumbs up, let's get rid of this subscriber count and shut everybody up from cheering, and let's get the likes goal for tonight up on screen, because We are aiming for 355 on this Tuesday evening, and let's have a look at where the likeometer is at the moment. Well, the likeometer is a little bit wonky, so let me get this organised and move it across a little bit. There we go, we can see it more clearly. 179 is where we are at the moment. If you can leave a thumbs up as you come through the door, that would be fantastic. So 182 now, so we're getting a nice spike of the likes going on. Right, on the live stream that was recorded before I released it, so it wasn't quite live, but it was live when I did it. I just did it exactly like I do these ones. It's just that you guys weren't in the live chat room at the time because you weren't live with me. But anyway, I said that if there were any donations on Saturday, I would address them in tonight's live stream. So I will just do that quickly because there were a few over on PayPal. So thank you guys for those. And the first one that came through was actually on Saturday morning, and this is from Nicole, who donated £16.67. So thank you for that, Nicole. And the message was, "Hi Phil, a voice mine who shouts, have a nice time Phil, and all best of the days to come. Kisses and cheers." And lots of emoticons. Thank you for that, Nicole. So let me just move this up because there's another one that came through from Paul. And this was at, yes, 18 minutes past midnight. So technically when the video was playing, thank you for this, Paul. And it was for $5. And of course, Paul says, Orlando's sidekick here. Please spike those likes. Everyone have fun tonight. So thank you for that, Paul. And scrolling up because Kim donated £10 as well, and this was on Saturday night. So thank you for that, Kim. That was a straight up donation. And Kevin donated £3.01. Thank you for that, Kevin. And the message was, sorry I am late. I will strike the likes in teal time now, or in real time. So thank you for that, Kevin. And Patricia donated £3. Thank you for that, Patricia. And it was a donation with a message that just said donation. So thank you for that. And then we had a donation from Chuck. And this was, let me just scroll down, for £2 at 14 minutes past 11 on Sunday morning. So thank you for that, Chuck. And scrolling up, we have Inez, who donated £10 as well, so thank you for that. I hope that I'm saying your name correctly, but this was at 8:44 this morning. And let me just see if I can make this on the screen so you guys can see it. I think we'll be okay because this was today, so it's relatively up to date. Let me get the screen up on screen so you can see it. There we go. And the message was, thanks for your analysis videos. I enjoy them and have learned a lot. No problem. Thank you for watching them in the first place and for that donation as well. And just going to scroll up because we've had another one that's coming from Steve. Thank you, Steve. And this was, yes, earlier this evening. So just before I get into that, just let you guys know you don't have to donate during these live streams or ever. Just watching the channel and, you know, hitting a thumbs up is great as well. And I always say that if you can't resist your urge to donate, then the percentages are up on screen. I think it's important that people know where their money goes. Between 35 and 45% goes to YouTube through the super chat window, and between 3 and 5% goes to PayPal through the PayPal link, which is in the description below if you guys want to do things that way. And we haven't had our official first donation, and I'll quickly read it out now because it was from Paul earlier tonight for the super chat window, where Paul said, donated $2 and said, spike the likes, all y'all, Orlando's sidekick. And then Orlando donated $2 and said, you read Paul, spike the likes, with some thumbs up. Or it could be you read Paul. And this is something that I've noticed probably just since reading this comment, is that read and read in English are both spelt the same way. So that's going to be a bit confusing for somebody trying to learn English, that you're saying two things, you're saying two things differently that are spelt the same, but one of them's in the past tense and one of them's in the present tense. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it could be you read Paul or you read Paul. So thank you for that, Orlando, and let's have a spike of the likes, hopefully, but a plug of the mug as well, which does say Spike the Likes on the back. If you guys want to get your hands on any of the merchandise, then I'll try not to break everything on my desk, but yeah, click on the tray underneath this video on any item of merchandise you want. That'll take you through to the spring.com store, which you can also find a link for in the description below. So just in case you want to go through, grab yourself some merch, a Wings Pegasus hoodie, t-shirt, cap, and tumblers, all that cool stuff over at wingsofpegasus.com/merch. There we have Carla's merchandise, which are the earrings and necklaces, and you can find Wings of Pegasus pics over there as well if you're a guitar player yourself. So yes, head over there or in the tray underneath this video. Right, yes, back to Steve, because Steve donated £5. Thank you for that, Steve. And scrolling down, because the message is, when you are given a guitar with every string woefully out of tune, what is your go-to / best method for getting it properly tuned? So thank you for that, Steve. And this depends, because if there's a guitar that's totally out of tune and you have a tuner, then that's obviously going to be the quickest and easiest way to do it, because you'll need some kind of reference point. But if I didn't have a tuner, then I can pick out notes in my head, or at least just from hearing the guitar kind of quite a lot, I can get it pretty close to where the strings should be. And pretty much I always start with the high E string and then work down from there. So once you've got the high E string, then all of the notes that follow, you kind of know them because you've played guitar for so long. So that's what I would do if I had to do it without a tuner, is just do it from the high E string and then just do everything in relation to that. But of course you've got to have that reference point to begin with, and I think maybe a lot of people can't hear notes particularly, or don't really have a reference point. I think that, thinking about it in my head, I can kind of hear the notes in my head, so I just kind of go with what I think the high E is and then tune it down from there. But I think generally you can literally tune your guitar to anything. If you're just playing the guitar on its own and you're not playing with a band or anything, and even if you're playing with a band, you can use them as a reference point if you need to tune that way. But you could take any note and tune from that note. You can be, you could be on E, or your high E string could be a D, or it could be even 15 cents sharp of D. But if you know the relationship and the intervals between the notes, so if I went na 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 na, an octave below, which is a little bit too low for my voice, but if you went na 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 na, as a guitarist you kind of know those notes. So that was just an example. I would be surprised if I actually sang an E there at the top, but I was just giving an example, and I went a semitone sharp, and I know exactly why I did that, because I'm so used to playing in E flat. So I took it a semitone up. I went I went up. So anyway, I naturally did sing an E to begin with. But if you can't do that, you can do, like I said, just do it in relation to the notes that you have sung through. And if you have been playing guitar a long time, I think most people can sing them. Either I do it from top to bottom. Some people might sing it from bottom to top, but you'll be able to get it. Once you've just got one string, I think you'll be able to figure out those relationships. So that's what I would do. So thank you for that, Steve. And just having a scroll up, because Tammy donated £20 as well. Thank you for that, Tammy. And the message is, hi Phil, is there a particular song or musical passage that never fails to move you emotionally? So thank you for that, Tammy. And I'm not sure about this one. The only thing that I can think of that springs to mind is that, with Rocky, the training montage theme, that is something that always it gets my energy up because I think of the movie, and I guess that's an emotional response to having that. And that's Vince DiCola, who did that soundtrack, which is just like amazing. Rocky 4. If you guys haven't seen the movie, I say check it out. If you're into that kind of movie, I think it's something that's probably mostly people who are into the 80s and like those kind of movies are into, and I'm certainly into 80s movies. But the whole Rocky franchise, apart from maybe Rocky 5, which I mentioned before, but a big Sylvester Stallone fan as well. So Rocky 4, the soundtrack to that always moves me emotionally, but in the right way, to exercise, to get motivated. So it's one of those things that I always play if I'm ever working out, or when I get back to working out, then I will be still listening to that soundtrack. So trying to think of something else that moves me emotionally in another way. Nothing is springing to mind, but it's probably something that I would attribute to a movie, maybe, or actually thinking back, there's a song, and is it Mother's Pride, I think, by George Michael. I might have mentioned that before, but I think it's called Mother's Pride, which is a song about a kind of father going to war, and then his child growing up following in his footsteps. So that's one of those songs that listening to the lyrical content is something that I did get that emotional impact from. And Mother's Pride by George Michael, if you don't know. And I don't think it's one of those songs that was huge by him, but one of those songs that I enjoyed listening to because of the story behind it, the message or the lyrical content of the song. But thank you, Tammy, for that. And scrolling up, because we had a donation that's come through from Maria as well. So thank you for this, Maria. And let me just move this box so it's a little bit neater. Thank you for the donation of £1.67. There's a message with it as well. Hi, Phil. Here's a little something for a cup of tea or something. Spike those likes, everyone. So thank you for that, Maria. And a cup of tea, maybe, or a coffee. I've actually run out of coffee at the moment, so that is probably well timed for sorting myself out with a coffee. So thank you for that. And Ron has sent a money request. So thank you for that, Ron. Unfortunately, I can't fulfill that request. This is something that happens sometimes when people click on request instead of send in the PayPal donation menu. So thank you for that, Ron. But thank you for the sentiment and the request. And Ron has followed that up with sending £4.18. So thank you for that, Ron. And the message is happy 275,000 rock on. So thank you. I mean, Ron, everybody else who have subscribed, it's only possible because of you guys hitting that subscribe button. So it is much appreciated, but it's just you guys that are doing it, really. So thank you, one and all. And for you guys that join me on these live streams, because it's great to just interact with you guys in this live setting. And especially after Saturday as well, just being able to, touch base and get everything back up and running. So let me just scroll up as well, because Kim has donated £50 as well. So thank you for that, Kim. And the message is a bit more towards a nice, comfy new office chair for you. Couldn't help noticing Mike Dawes and Carmen Gould's fancy schmancy, super comfy ones. You deserve one too, especially with the hours you put in. Much love and rock on, Phil. Kim. So thank you for that, Kim. And the reason that I don't have one of those comfy chairs is that there isn't one, or at least there isn't one that I've seen that doesn't have armrests, because this chair is just, a basic wooden chair, but it means if I get my guitar out, the body of the guitar can sit on my lap and I can play it without anything getting in the way. Whereas when there are armrests, the body of the guitar has nowhere to go. It kind of had to sit up here on the armrest. So it just look a little bit weird. So that's the reason that I don't have a fancy leather chair. I could have one maybe that's ready to get just for interviews. But then again, if it was an interview and then I needed to grab my guitar for something, I'd have to go and grab a different chair as well. So that's the reason, that I don't have the comfy chair. I mean, this one's fine. I think the problem that I have with it is it's a bit creaky, and I have to tighten up the bolts on it to make sure that it doesn't creak, and I haven't done that in ages. So yeah, it could collapse at any moment, but hopefully it won't. But thank you, Kim, for that donation, and I will put it in the kitty, in the channel kitty, for things that I might need in the future. But I think the comfy chair, is something that's not going to be something that I could use practically for the videos. Just maybe just for sitting in. When I'm not doing the videos. But thank you for that. And I'm just going to move this box down because it's moving around a little bit tonight. Right, Orlando has donated £13, so thank you for that, Orlando. And I can see this is going to be a long message, so let me just scroll down. Hello, Phil. I hope you can help me with definitions related to guitar playing. I hope this question makes sense. The difference between a guitar note and guitar chord. I heard guitar legend B.B. King stated once, I don't do chords, which inspired my question. Can you shed some light? Again, I hope my question makes sense. Thank you, and all my fellow wingers. Rock, with rock horns in there. So thank you for that, Orlando. And this, great example here. I'm going to try and lean over without breaking anything and grab the Maton and see. Okay, we're just about in tune, which is fine. We've got a cap on the 2nd fret. Doesn't really matter. So what I did there is I played a chord, and I know that you can't see my hand at the moment, so I'm obscuring everything. So here we have, what did I just play? I played, you can see this. This is just an E shape that I'm playing here, but technically we are in the F sharp position because of the capo, so this is the F sharp, but don't worry about that. This is a chord, and if you're never playing chords, it means that you're always playing lead notes. So what B.B. King never did was play the chords. So say, for example, we have and you got a kind of a blues riff going. B.B. King would never do this. He'd never kind of play that. He'd have somebody playing the rhythm, and you go, he'll just play all the lead notes, and he'd just constantly be doing that. So he'd never then change to playing rhythm for the other guitarist to maybe play lead, because B.B. King just played lead all the time. So you could say that, not being able to play chords or not wanting to play chords isn't very good for a jam situation if you're just playing with the other person, because they'll want to play lead at some point. But again, it's I might actually take this off because I want to demonstrate something else which you can do if you're playing kind of rhythm and lead at the same time, which is something that Jimi Hendrix used to do really well. And you wouldn't be playing this on an acoustic, but I just happen to have an acoustic and, by the way, plug of a Wings of Pegasus pick, which I've just got out, and you can get these at wingsofpegasus.com. This is a nice kind of shiny purpley one. But if I'm going to play this in a higher position, maybe up in B, so you can see my hand a bit more clearly, So when you're playing any lead, so, kind of minor 7th position here, go. There, what I'm doing is playing rhythm and putting in notes as well. So, I'm not going, and just playing rhythm like that. I'm playing the rhythm and throwing in lead notes. Like that. So you get notes that are popping out as well as playing the rhythm and the chord underneath. So it means that you can kind of start to do both things at the same time. And you wouldn't be playing this on an acoustic guitar, but I'm just demonstrating it because it's something that you'd probably be playing on electric, like Jimi Hendrix used to do, having the thumb over the top and throwing in lead notes at the same time. And playing electric is going to be a lot easier as well, because generally your strings are going to be a lot lighter, and they will be a lot lighter than I've got here on the acoustic. But it's bringing it back. It's an explanation as to what BB King did. He would never ever do that. So taking it down to the A minor 7 position, he wouldn't even go as far as playing any kind of rhythm. He'd just wait and then get to his point where he'd then get into playing his lead part, and that's all he would be playing, is those and whatever lead that he was playing, he'd always just go from lead section to lead section to lead section. So it's great as well, because I think every lead guitarist would love just to be able to play a whole gig of just playing lead and not worrying about playing any rhythm. But I think a lot of guitarists that start out with that approach of playing with other players and jamming, you've got to learn to play rhythm, especially if you're playing with other musicians, because you might give yourself 12 bars or 16 bars each to have a solo, and then you switch so that you now play rhythm and the other guy gets to play lead. So yeah, that's what he meant, is that he doesn't play chords, he doesn't play the rhythm part, he just always played lead. So that's the difference between playing lead and the question was the difference between a guitar note and a guitar chord. Okay, so maybe I didn't explain the difference between that. A guitar note is a single note. So it's like, just hearing, I don't know whether you can hear this, but if I went and played an A, that's an A note. Whereas an A chord is... Let me grab the guitar again. Oh, I was trying not to break everything, but looks like I've failed. So there you've got an A note. An A chord is like that. So now you've got all the notes of the chord, and that's your A chord. And an A note is just a single note. But I mean, it still goes back to BB King just played lead notes. He didn't play chords, so he's just playing those single notes at a time. I'm just going to leave my guitar here, just in case I need it again. But yes, and of course this is Mario's Maton, by the way. We haven't seen Mario in quite a while in the live chat room, but everybody who used to tune in regularly on the live streams would know Mario and his gem in the background as well, and the Maton here. So again, another massive thanks to Mario for sending those my way. And yeah, it'll be good to hear from Mario soon in the live streams. But thank you, Orlando, for that donation. Hopefully I managed to answer your question in a relatively understandable way, I hope. But Marilyn has donated £5 as well. Thank you for that, Marilyn. And the message is, hi Phil and everyone, I couldn't help myself stopping by to donate. I'll be in the catch-up crew. Have fun, y'all. So thank you for that, Marilyn. And if you are part of that catch-up crew, hello to you in the future. You can keep on hitting that thumbs up. Really does help this live stream to get out there and for the channel to grow on the whole. When we're talking about the likeometer, let's see where we're at. 287 likes at the moment. So thank you guys for hitting that thumbs up. We are aiming for 355 tonight in order to have a pick roulette next week. And we will be having a pick roulette later on this evening, so stay tuned for that. And let me just get to this PayPal donation that just came in. It was Bonnie who has donated £12.34. So thank you for that, Bonnie. And the message is, hi Phil, do you have perfect pitch with some rock horns? So thank you for that, Bonnie. And I don't think I do. I think I just remember the sounds. It's not something that's, if somebody plays a note and they say, oh, what's that note? I can't instantly just tell you what that note is, but I can find out what that note is, according to the notes in my head. So, I don't think that's perfect pitch. I think it's just hearing notes so regularly they kind of get stored in your head, so when you hear them you kind of recognize them. You don't know them, you just recognize it as that note. And I think that's a different thing, because having perfect pitch is being able to hear a note and instantly just say what that note is. And yeah, I'm not sure that I could do that. I think it would probably take a little bit of a reference. I have to reference the note first in my head and then say what it is. So I don't know if there's a time limit for perfect pitch. So if somebody plays a note and then you think about it and think, okay, right, that's what that note is, by a process of deduction with your internal keyboard that you've got going on. I don't know whether that counts or not, but I don't think that I have a perfect pitch. I think it's something that I don't think you can learn it. And if I do have something similar to it, I have learned to do it. It's not something that I was, capable of doing when, before I even got into music and started playing the guitar. So thank you for that, Bonnie. And I mean, talking about perfect pitch and being pitch perfect, just to quickly explain that difference, because people do get confused, but having perfect pitch is being able to, being able to hear a note and then tell what that note is with no reference point and, get it right. But having or being pitch perfect is when you are singing and you sound like you're hitting the notes, really accurately, that you're dead on the pitch all the time. But we know from our pitch analysis videos that even great singers never hit the pitch dead on, because the expression in the voice happens outside of these lines, either sharp or flat. And that's the point of the human voice, because it's got emotion in it. It means it's not going to be like a robot snapping to lines all the time, which you guys will know that is what happens with auto-tune. So yes, the difference between those two, always good to explain that. But let me just move this a little bit on the lycometer, because it is I went to move it and I changed the size of the box, which is now ruining everything. I should have just left it as it was, but it's that kind of little bit of OCD that I couldn't deal with. Okay, I'm going to have to try and move this a little bit. Oh, now it's going up and down. I mean, this is good because it gives you an example of what I'm trying to do on the live stream, moving things around. And why is it not going back to the size it was? Oh, I had it the right size before and now it's not going back down again. Okay, well, never mind. We're just going to have to deal with the fact that the lycometer is breaking out of the top of the box. Unless I can... Oh, I don't know whether I can make this different or not. No, I'm not going to be able to do it. I thought I could maybe make the purple box over there a little bit bigger so that it covers the likes. Anyway, this is all just technical speak. Let's keep on with the live stream, because I know that there have been some donations in the super chat window, so thank you for these. And Orlando has donated $2 and says, rest in peace, Loretta Lynn, with a heart. So thank you for that, Orlando. And I did hear this just before the live stream started, so the sad news that Loretta Lynn has passed away. And I do have an analysis video on Loretta, but I think it was probably a couple of years ago, maybe even longer than that. So yeah, it was one from quite a while ago, but you will be able to find her here on the channel. And Get Some J donated $2 as well. Thank you for that. And the message was prayers for Loretta Lynn's family. So thank you for that. And Orlando donated again $5 and says, thank you for answering my question. I will give you another one soon. Rock. So thank you for that, Orlando, and everybody's looking forward to Orlando's next question. So we will wait for that to come through. Obviously, we're not just going to wait for it to come through while we're live and we just look at the screen and wait. But what I want to try and do is, I'm now a bit obsessed with this likes box at the side of the screen, because now I want to move this. Yes, there it is. So now I've made the box behind it bigger so that it looks neater on the screen. There we go. So the lycometer is back to looking relatively normal, and maybe it looks a bit better with a bit more space around it. So 309, by the way. I haven't done any maths for tonight, so I'm going to say that we need 46 more likes, I think, in order to get ourselves up to 355 for tonight. Maybe that will happen, hopefully. So looking for more thumbs up. If anybody hasn't used their thumbs up token, it'd be great if you could do that. It would be much appreciated. Right, by the way, I mean, it's 20 to 1 here in the morning already, but we have the vote going on for tonight's cover video, and it looks like More Than Words is in the lead with 57% 56% of the vote, and it's going up against Wanted Dead or Alive tonight. So a bit of an acoustic competition between these two, because they're both acoustic renditions that I did, and More Than Words is like that anyway. And I think pretty much Wanted Dead or Alive is acoustic bass as well, even though kind of 12 string, but I believe I did it on a 6 string. But anyway, going back to that vote, More Than Words has 56% of the vote, and we're probably going to be calling that to a close very soon, because, yeah, it's 42 minutes past midnight already, and we have pictures to get through and the pick roulette to get through as well. And we'll see how much time we've got at the end of the live stream to either have a fill tune or a riff of the week. So we'll try and squeeze that in. But I think that we should be okay to just continue this live stream as we normally do. Right, I'll tell you what, we're going to be bringing this vote to a close, so I think it's going to be More Than Words that's going to get the winning position. Just waiting for it to come through. Yes, More Than Words, 56% of the vote, and 301 votes tonight. So thank you for all of those votes on that cover video poll. And again, thank you guys over on Patreon for requesting different cover videos and the Art Not Commerce video to start the live stream. That seems to be a popular one to kick off the live streams with, but thank you guys for requesting it over on Patreon and for requesting these two covers. So we will jump into the winner for tonight, which is More Than Words, my version of it by Extreme, of course, and I'll see you guys after this. Rock! Hi guys, this is my first proper video of 2017, and it's my cover of More Than Words by Extreme. And I hope you like it. Rock.
Saying I love you, it's not the words I wanna hear from you. It's not that I want you not to say, but if you only knew how easy it would be to show me how you feel. More than words is all you have to do to make it real. Then you wouldn't have to say that you love me, 'cause I'd already know. What would you do if my heart was torn in two? More than words to show you feel that your love for me is real. What would you say if I took those words away? Then you could make things new just by saying I love you. Love, more than words, love. Now that I've tried to talk to you and make you understand, all you have to do is close your eyes and just reach out your hands and touch me. Hold me close, don't ever let me go. More than words is that you love me, 'cause I'd already know. What would you do if my heart was torn in two? More than words to show you feel that your love for me is real. What would you say if I took those words away? Then you could make things new just by saying I love you.
And there we have it. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. That was my version of More Than Words by Extreme. So, the winner of that vote tonight. Thank you guys for voting. Right. We are going to be moving into the pictures very soon, but just before we do, I want to mention the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook, because that's where a lot of these lovely people hang out between live streams. And I do believe there was a Zoom call maybe on Saturday, I'm not sure. I remember seeing something like that. So there are occasional Zoom calls that happen, and the pictures that I get for the live streams generally come from that page. So if you are a Facebook user and you want to get involved over there, and you've got any pictures of you with Wings of Pegasus merchandise, that kind of thing, then just upload it there, and then Vince will link me to it. And yeah, Vince hosts the after party on that particular page as well after the live streams. So head there after the live streams to get involved with that. But let's get into the pictures for tonight, because I think that we do have Vince in there somewhere, but we're going to be having a look first of all at Kevin. And here's Kevin at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland, I do believe. And you can see in the background there that he's off to see John Mellencamp, and I believe that he was invited by John's management in order to get involved down there. So that's Kevin, and I think we have another one from Kevin, and here it is. So this is Kevin with Don Wilson, who I believe is in lead singer of a tribute band, or John Mellencamp tribute band. So thank you for I haven't written this down. I'm doing this from memory, so yeah, I think that was the vibe that I got from Vince from sending me the picture. So thank you for sending me that, Vince, and for Kevin uploading this one. And we have Vince himself. Here we go. Vince is jamming. And he's jamming at the moment in this picture with his Gibson SG from 1969. That is something that I did write down, that he's had this guitar since 1969. And there's another picture as well. And here's the full band and the Deja Blue band. And they're playing at a venue in Iowa. But I didn't write down the name of the venue. But thank you, Vince, for uploading this one. Always great to get together with other musicians and have jamming especially. This is what I would like the UK to have more of, just venues where you can go and jam, as a band, or people get up on stage and just, play around, having a full band there. I mean, it's a really cool atmosphere and idea, and for people to express themselves musically. At the moment here in the UK, all we have are open mic nights, which is just one microphone and somebody gets up, and it's very much a singer-songwriter or a folk artist type thing. You don't just all get together and jam, as, a collection of musicians, which is a bit of a shame. But anyway, that's just what we have. But thank you for uploading that, Vince. So let's get that off the screen, and I believe those were the pictures for tonight. But as I said, if you are a Facebook user, head over to Wings of Pegasus supporters group, join in there, and you can upload the pictures. And of course, we saw the Wings of Pegasus shirt on Vince, and yeah, Kevin is always in his Wings of Pegasus attire. So thank you for that and for buying the merchandise, because it all really does help myself to keep on pushing forward. I noticed there's a question right at the beginning of the live stream. Somebody asked, who does your music videos? And I do my music videos. I do everything on the channel. In that particular video, I stuck the camera to, it might have been on the back seat of my dad's car. So I said to my dad, can you just drive, he thinks I'm crazy, but I said, can you just drive along next to me and I'm just going to walk, because I want to do it for a music video. So we spent the whole day him just driving slowly next to me throughout Maidenhead. So people probably thought we were crazy, but and then I edit it all together, and that's just how I did that video. So yeah, everything on the channel I do, whether it be my music or the little jingle at the beginning of the analysis videos, that's me playing my guitar. So yeah, I put everything into the channel, and everything that you see is me and my work, and it just keeps it really simple if I'm just in control of everything with my music and my videos and all that kind of stuff. Because yes, so even sometimes people making videos for you, they then delayed, and then you can't release the video when you want to, and then there's something wrong with the video, and you say, oh no, you used that shot instead of the other shot which I wanted. And yeah, just better, I think, to do it yourself if you've got the patience to sit down and learn how to do it. I'm very much one of these people that I will just look up how to do whatever I need to do, and then I'm self-sufficient really to keep on pushing forward into the future. But a big shout out as well to the moderators for doing such a great job throughout these live streams. Hello guys, you know who you are. We have Susan and Dennis, who we saw earlier, and we have Carla in there, and Laurie and Neil. So I think we're just about to see Susan and Dennis going through. You're going to see the name will be in blue, and there'll be a wrench next to their name as well. So there it goes. Thank you guys for dedicating your time to these live streams and just keeping that live chat room such a great place to be, with the whole community feel that is maintained. So let's think of what we are going to jump into next. I think we'll go for the pick roulette, because we're going to be having one of those tonight. 342 likes, by the way. So if you've not hit that thumbs up, it would be great if you could do that. We're aiming for 355, so that's 13 more people we're looking for in the live chat room to hit that thumbs up. But let's see. And I can see that there have been there's been another donation, or maybe two. So Sweeties Cat World has donated $5, so thank you for that. And the message is, I found your channel when I watched British Guitarist Analyzes the Righteous Brothers live in 1965 and beyond. I loved it. Thank you. So thank you for your donation and the kind words about the video. And yes, I started off with my video. I'm just making sure that I haven't got attack of the hair in the mouth. But yeah, I started to begin with, calling my videos British Guitarist Analyzes. But the problem that I had with that is, if there was a band name that was particularly long, or a song title that was particularly long, I couldn't fit it all into the title. So it meant that I was running out of characters. So then I just started to think, right, I'm going to have to get rid of that at the beginning, because I can just call the video what it is. And I mean, people that subscribe to the channel know what the channel's about anyway, and don't really kind of need that anymore, the British Guitarist Analyses, because hopefully people will still recognise me, even if that's not in the title. So yeah, it's more of a character issue in the titles, just being a little bit more efficient with it. So thank you for that, Sweeties Cat World. And Orlando donated $5 again, and we're going to have the next question. So the message is not the next big question, but how far did you walk in that Art Not Commerce video? So thank you for that, Orlando. And I didn't measure it, so I'm not sure when I started. Most likely, knowing me, probably around lunchtime, because I'm not much of a morning person, just because I go to bed so late or so early in the morning that I'm not up in the morning, because Actually, that's a lie. I technically am up in the morning because, last night I was, getting to bed about 6:30. So, people have already got up by the time I go to bed. So that morning section of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, it means that I'm sleeping. So if I'm then doing a video the next day, I'm not going to be doing it in the morning. So it would have been starting around lunchtime. And then I walked for as long as it then got dark. And it wasn't winter, it was summer. So it must have been, I don't know, probably 7 hours of walking, something 6 or 7 hours, because I wanted to do it in different locations, not just walking all the time, because then, we might have hit traffic and then have to stop filming, and then somebody might be driving and I'd have to stop because I won't be able to walk, and then there might be some people walking in front of the camera, all of that kind of stuff. So, probably multiple hours of walking. I don't know how far I walked, but probably a few miles, maybe. But certainly my feet knew about it the next day, and just by the end of the video, because I was still wearing my shoes, or should I say my high tops, which aren't necessarily designed to walk a long way in. They're just designed as they are. They're not kind of like a sports shoe that has support and, the right soles in them and all that kind of stuff. So, my feet were a little bit sensitive afterwards. But thank you for that, Orlando. Right, we are going to be jumping into the pick roulette for tonight. So, by the way, I saw that Anna, right at the beginning of the live stream, said that she wanted to vote for herself, or, what's the word that I'm suggest herself? It's not really a suggest, it's more like a sacrifice. She wanted to sacrifice herself on the pick roulette wheel. That sounds a bit weird, but no, for the pick roulette wheel, she wanted to sacrifice her name so that, I've got a 0% chance of picking the top tip, and Anna is the top tip for tonight. So anyway, let's jump into it, and I'll see you guys in a second. Rock! So let's get the wheel up on screen, and here we have it. Right, if this is your first pick roulette, the darker sections here are the t-shirts. So if we land on one of those, then we have a t-shirt roulette, and somebody goes away with a signed, custom-made Wings of Pegasus t-shirt. Right, if we land on a name, which you will do at some point, even if we land on a t-shirt, we'll spin again. If we land on a name, then somebody goes away with a signed Wings of Pegasus pick, and it's the only way that you can win a signed Wings of Pegasus pick. And I have said that maybe in the future at some point, if you do have a signed Wings of Pegasus pick, then you'll be able to do something or have access to something that I don't know what it is in the future, but it'll be really cool actually if it's something, because the only way that you can get one is by winning the pick roulette. So it means that we'll actually potentially have winners at something in the future. And I know that we have said about getting Guffest off the ground in the future. I would love that to happen, and maybe it could be something for Guffest. If you do have a signed Wings of Pegasus pick, bring it along, and then you get, backstage or something. I do not know. I'm just thinking of random things in the future here. Anyway, Anna is the top tip for tonight. I haven't seen her name, but then again, I haven't actually been looking at the wheel for that long, and I can't see Anna's name at the moment. It's always difficult to spot because there's so many names on there. Right, we're going to give the wheel a spin. And we're going to see who's going to win. As I always say, you need to be in it to win it. So if we land on your name, you must be in the live chat room in order to claim your prize and to give your details to Carla so that she can organise everything to send it off to you. Right, we are starting to slow down, and here we go. We are getting to maybe... Oh, hang on. Hang on. Is it going to stop on the top tip? Oh! Oh, unbelievable. That... I actually thought for the first time ever we were going to land on the top tip. That was Anna's name that I didn't even see at the beginning until right at the end. So, Marcia, by the way, congratulations, you are the winner. Let me just clarify that. Marcia's the winner, but that was so close to being Anna as the top tip. And, this will go down in pick roulette history as being the closest that we've ever got, because it looked like for so long it was going to land on the top tip, but that was so close. But Marcia, congratulations to you. Let's not take anything away from the real winner of tonight's signed Wings of Pegasus pick. So Marcia, if you could let yourself be known in that live chat room to Carla, that would be much appreciated, so that she can get everything that she needs from you to get that pick sent off to you. So, a close one tonight. Yes, very close indeed. Commiserations to everybody else who didn't go away with the signed pick tonight. But as I always say, you can double your chances of winning by entering in on Tuesdays and Saturdays pick roulette wheel, because we do have one on Saturdays as well. Whenever we reach the target, the pick roulette likes goal, which is set at 355, and we're currently at 365. So we have already hit that goal for tonight. And it looks like going to the pick roulette wheel has made my camera go all dark. So we're just going to have to deal with that. It looks like I've now got black hair, like a black hoodie as well. But as you guys saw at the beginning of the live stream, I don't have black hair or a black hoodie. It's a little bit lighter. So anyway, yes, exciting pick roulette tonight. But yeah, tune in on Saturday's live stream as well. Now I'm going to open up the entries for next week's pick roulette, because we have hit that goal, which means that we type, first of all, we're going to tag Carla in our comment. Let me just check that I've got the ability to type, which is slowly returning to me. And I agree, exclamation mark. So what I'm going to do is put my comment going through there. It should go through in a second. Maybe it's already gone through. Oh no, there it is. So just copy what I'm doing and just copy what everyone else is doing in that live chat room. Type at Carla Murray in order to tag her in your comment, and type I agree, and then you'll get your name on next week's pick roulette wheel, and it could be you going away with that signed Wings of Pegasus pick or a t-shirt if we land on one of those t-shirt segments. So let's now jump into, we might have time. It's 3 minutes past 1 at the moment, so we still have a little bit of time in this live stream to either have a riff of the week or maybe have a fill tune. Maybe we could have both of those. Let me just get into the PayPal window, because let me get this up on screen, because Diane has donated £10 as well. Thank you for that, Diane. And that is a straight up donation as well, without a message. So let me have a little jump over to Patreon and see what was going on over there. And Anna requested the library fill tune. So maybe we could do that. Marilyn wanted a fill tune as well. Let me see if anybody requested a riff of the week, but we might just have one anyway. D donated. D requested a riff of the week, and I think as long as it's been requested one, that's a good enough excuse for me to do it at the end of this live stream. So what we'll do is, first of all, we'll jump into the fill tune. It was the library one, I think, that I just said. Right, let me get that organised. So we'll jump into this, and then we'll have a riff at the end as well. And yeah, I'll have to get that up on screen. Should be fine. But I'll see you guys after this real life story. Rock!
Guys, I'm so excited. I have just managed to get us an awesome gig.
Well, I do hope our definition of awesome coincide.
Well, I know a guy who works at a pub and he said we can play there this Friday night.
You know a guy. So far, to be honest, I'm on the fence about this gig. Persuade me. Where is the venue? Will I have heard of it?
The pub is called the Golden Guff. It is in Surrey. My friend has told me it will be amazing. We need this gig.
Well, it certainly sounds like a reputable joint. It's about an hour's drive, but I'm going to trust you on this. Let's book the gig.
We won't regret it. The place will be packed. I can't wait.
Wowzers, this pub really looks like a library. Hello there. Do you work here?
Yes, I do.
Yes, we do need help. Thanks for asking. We are the band who are playing here this evening. What is the plan?
Are you sure there is live music tonight?
Well, I ruddy hope so. If not, my bandmate has yet again stitched me up, as well as himself. So, who is in charge?
I am the only person working here tonight.
Well, at least we know, therefore it will not be busy tonight. Great. Where is the stage, and we'll start to set up?
Well, whenever someone has played an acoustic guitar, they have been sitting here, so you can play in this area.
Oh my guff heck of frig. You may actually notice there are tables and sofas in the way, not to mention just being a woeful position for music.
I'm afraid you'll have to move the table and sofas out of the way then.
Well, as I'm a musician and I want to play, I will do this manual labor in addition to the hour's drive. I also assume we are not getting paid for this gig.
That is correct.
At least you're holding up your end of the bargain. Well, let's get to work, guys. These sofas look like the heaviest sofas we will ever lift in our lives.
I'll leave you to it, and I'll make sure that if you need anything, I will be impossible to find.
Many thanks for following standard protocol. Great job, guys. It only took an hour and I think I've got a hernia. But I'm sure it will all be totally worth it and not a gig we should have declined. Just the person I was looking for. So, where is the PA? Is it quite heavy to lift? And also, how many channels does your mixer have?
We don't have a PA here.
Ha 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 ha. That was a fantastically great joke. Wasn't it? Or should I say, it better have been.
No, what you see is what we have.
That, I'm afraid, is sweet guffaw. Well, what do you usually do on live music nights then?
Jacob usually does all the band stuff. He's not here today, but I have his number if you want to talk to him.
That might be an idea. At least every last detail of this gig has been meticulously planned by the venue, otherwise we could all look like absolute total amateurs. Hello Jacob, I'm Phil from the band that are playing at your pub tonight. Where is the PA? And the mixer? For the gig? Okay, so it's in your car. And you are in your car at the moment. And you're 5 hours drive away. Do you think this may be an issue? Considering we're playing in 45 minutes, you didn't realize what the time was? Oh well, that is a very acceptable excuse. I mean, how could anyone ever have foreseen these unlikely turn of events? Unbelievable. So here is the situation. The PA is 5 hours away. We have 45 minutes until we start. So this venue has quite truly rogered our collective bums in the guff.
Oh dear. I can't help feeling partially responsible for us being in this position.
Yes, I wonder why that is.
Just so you know, your friends and family are also just starting to arrive. They must have made the hour-long drive to support you.
Oh. Great. Well, as ridiculous as this sounds, I have purchased my own PA, so that if a music venue is retarded enough to not have any equipment, I have everything. It just so happens it's in my sister's boyfriend's van, who should be here shortly. So, it seems that you as a collective venue won't have egg on your face. You jammy dodgers.
I don't understand.
Oh, just that to the innocent onlooker, you'll look like you have a great PA system and are a great live music venue, when in fact you are actually a total load of rubbish guff venue. With no idea, and couldn't organize a piss-up in a brewery. Present location accepted. No offense.
None taken.
You are seriously mentally vacant. I'm going to slag off this pub to my family now. Bye.
And there we have it, a life story from my gigging past. And we are going to be jumping into a riff of the week. Thank you guys for requesting a Phil tune for tonight. And you guys know that I've got so many stories and things that I haven't put into Phil tunes, and at some point in the future I would like time to do more of those, and the software that I use to do those has changed, so I think they'd look a little bit different, but I think the voices are still the same. And there might be options in order for me to do it in the future, but it's just having time to do it. Again, it's one of those things on my endless to-do list, or things that I'd like to do list, because yeah, there are lots of other potential real life stories, and yeah, the 4 ones that we normally have are just the tip of the iceberg. But anyway, let's jump over to the inbox, or my inbox, so that I can find the up-to-date version of, I might have to actually click on this again, the up-to-date version of the riffs of the week. So let me just have a little scroll down here. Right, and opening up that. Right, so by the way, yes, you guys are already ahead of me. Carla said 41, 57, 22. These are the numbers going through. 72 and 3. By the way, if you don't know, I've just randomly started saying numbers, is because there are 100 riffs of the week, and you choose a number between 1 and 100, and then whatever you choose, we have a look at that. I'll just pick out a number at random from the live chat room, and then we have a look at that riff, and then you have to guess what that riff is. So let me have a look at my list to make sure that we don't listen to one that we've already listened to. And we have Dwayne says 74. Let's have a look. I don't think we've had number 74, so we might have been quite lucky with that. Riff of the week, 74. And okay, I think this might be an easy one,
Here
maybe.
our community
And,
is.
oh, let me stop that. So there's an advert on it. Sometimes the riffs of the week get copyright claimed because obviously it's a riff from a band, so we sometimes do have adverts on them. But I think this one might be an easy one. I haven't heard it yet, and I can't actually hear anything at the moment, so I might not even be able to hear this. I'll have to look at me playing it and try and figure it out from that. So let me get this on screen so that you guys can see it. Hang on, that didn't work. That was a screen capture in the wrong place. Let me try it from here. That was a different place as well. Third time lucky. There it is. So here we go. Let's have a listen to this riff of the week, and we want the name of the song. You can name the band as well if you want to, but yeah, the song that the riff is from, that's what we want. Let's have a listen and see if I can hear it, but see what it is. And there we have it, with a very enthusiastic rock at the end. So I know that everybody is going to be getting this one. And Kevin, of course, said Free Bird. So, I mean, close, but no cigar. And yes, it was indeed Sweet Home Alabama. Let me have a little look. But yeah, I think that's the closest that Free Bird is going to get. So, Rainbow, let me see. We usually have, Rainbow. I think Kevin always says that. No, not Rainbow. Freebird, Kevin always says. And then Rainbow, somebody else says. Oh, Billy has said Rainbow's Sweet Home Alabama. So, yeah, for some reason, this is just a trend now that's taken off in the live chat room, in the live streams for the riff of the week. It's always either Freebird or Rainbow, something by Rainbow. Right, let's have a scroll down. And I know that Kevin would have got that, but he sacrificed his comment there. Right, let's have a look. Deborah, Sweet Home Alabama, yes. Carla, yes. Lisa, W, yes. Bob there as well. Sweet Home Alama, which is, close enough. And Paul said, love me tender Elvis. Yeah, close enough. Sweet Home Alabama. So yeah, lots and lots of correct guesses going through. So I think on this kind of channel, in a live stream, if everybody didn't know this riff, then we'd have to ask ourselves some serious questions about musical integrity. So I mean, it's great that there are so many correct answers here, because it shows that we know our music. And Robert went through and said rainbow as well. So I was so tempted to say turn it up, but I didn't. I resisted because I don't want to give it away, even though it is a giveaway. Right, so yes, great riff of the week to finish things off for tonight's live stream. And I think actually it's been quite organised in that, because of Saturday's one and me releasing that incorrectly, I thought that maybe tonight's one would have to, be organised a lot more, and maybe I wouldn't be able to do some things, trying to fit in things from Saturday, but it has all been fine. So we are going to be having another video maybe tomorrow night. I'm not sure, because I still know that I've got lots of stuff to do, because I was, organising this. I mean, the whole scam thing is annoying, and trying to make sure that that doesn't continue. And I can see on the camera we're back to being light again, so I don't know how that works. But anyway, I am a little bit behind with everything from Sunday, and then Monday was an admin day, which is yesterday, and maybe tomorrow night we'll have a video. I'm not sure, but definitely one on Friday night, so look out for that one. Make sure you are subscribed, hit that notification bell, because if I can organise myself tonight, before I go to bed, because it is quite late here already, 17 minutes past 1 in the morning here in the UK. If I can organise myself tomorrow and do a video at the same time, then I'll try and get that released tomorrow night. But it might be the case that we have the next video on Friday night. I'll see. I'll let you guys know over on Patreon what I'm up to, but I think it'd be good just to maybe spend some time getting organised so that we can push forward and just continue as we normally do. And we do have a bit of a busy month this month, because yes, later I'm going to be going to Wembley Arena to check out Billy Idol, because Steve Stevens invited me down there. So I'll probably do something for that. Maybe, I do not know. It'll probably just be holding a camera at arm's length when I go down there. But head over to patreon.com/Wings of Pegasus if you want to get involved over there and message me directly, and you can have access to different things over there. It's one of those sites where you can go in at different levels, and for I don't know how much it is, like $5 or $12. That's where you get the 4 lesson course of how playing the guitar, if you want to learn to play the guitar. So yeah, lots of stuff over there. But that's also where I keep everybody up to date on a day-to-day basis. So if you really want to be in the loop of everything that's going on, including things like that in the future, then just head over to patreon.com/Wings of Pegasus. But that is going to be it for tonight. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you guys at the next analysis video. I am going to be live streaming, of course, on Saturday night, and we're back to live. It was just one that we tried to do on Saturday, just because I was otherwise engaged at a family event and I couldn't do a live stream then, obviously. So I will be doing a live stream on Saturday and then Tuesday. And I think on the last live stream, or the last post that I did for Patreon, I mentioned about 4 weeks before that live stream that I had something that was going to be coming up. So I give you guys loads of notice. So if there is going to be anything in the future, it's generally going to be quite far off, and I'll let you guys know if we're not going to be live streaming actually live. But for the foreseeable future, we will be back to normal on a Tuesday and a Saturday. So have a great rest of the week. Thank you guys for joining me tonight and for hitting that thumbs up. And yes, of course, if you are in the catch-up crew, every thumbs up really does help, so you can keep on hitting that thumbs up. It would be massively appreciated. But head over to the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook if you are a Facebook user, because that's where Vince is going to be hosting the after party. But I will see you live again on Saturday night. Have a great rest of the week. Stay as safe and as sane as possible in this crazy world in which we live, and I'll catch you guys at the next one. Rock!